Hey everybody, David here from Hazel Tree Group. It's evening time and I am sitting in the coach's seat, is what I call it now. After last week's post, this is the coach's seat, so I will do a few from here. I am out on a run, just got some time down, so I wanted to talk to you about stigma. Over the years, starting out with my bipolar, I've written this down before, and I think I've written it down in one of the posts about stigma, but what I wrote about my illness was that I didn't know about it. I didn't know a lot about it. I didn't know what was happening to me in the first 7 years when I wrote the post 7-Year War. I honestly, in that particular time frame, lost so many friends that I had gained for years. And unfortunately, I couldn't explain to them what was going on. And that they just walked away from me or ghosted me. And I don't blame any of them, because I didn't know what was going on with me either. Over the years, I've been able to gather the information from my psychiatrist with all the talks we have. And now I'm explaining it to everyone the best I know how for you. Explaining this sometimes has been brutally honest, but I have been honest. And I want people to understand how difficult any mental illness is. In the early days, as I said, the stigma of even mentioning that I had a mental health disorder, bipolar type 2 disorder, nobody wanted to talk to me. They did for a second, and then they kind of just disappeared or gave me the googly eyes and, basically never spoke to me again or tried to avoid me. Don't blame them. I didn't know what to tell them either. I was trying to explain it, but I didn't know how. For those who have other mental illnesses, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar 1, 2, and others, you can't tell somebody to don't worry about it. It's the other person's problem, or you're a good person, don't worry. We're going to worry because it affects the way people perceive you. And over the past year, writing it down for you, the year and a bit, and starting Hazel Tree Group, I've gotten to the point where stigma doesn't bother me anymore. It's your problem. Not you personally that are listening to this, but the people who don't get it, don't want to get it, don't want to listen to it, don't want to read about it. If it's a friend that you've had for years and this is happening to them, start looking up. There's a ton of articles. You can understand a little bit what the person's going through. But I'll tell you, the stigma doesn't bother me. Not at all. Other people who look at me funny or just walk away, or they call names, like you're crazy, whatever the case may be, they're the ones that don't understand. I understand. I'm getting my illness. I read articles daily about mental health, some of the good things that are coming with mental health, some of the possible new drugs, new therapies, breakthroughs in mental health. That to me is exciting, and I want to share that with you. For me to sit here in the coach's seat and take my own advice and try and explain to you the best way I know how about what happens to me is all I can do. I was asked once when I started doing these posts, do your kids read them? Yes, they do. Are they embarrassed? No. I'm their father. They love me. They are doing their best to deal with the issues that I have at certain times. And yes, sometimes the dangerous ones. But they still love me. My wife loves me. And I'm finding now that I can explain to you what it's like to have a mental illness and deal with it every day, or as I said last week, battle it every day, which you do. You really fight every day to keep yourself going. That's a treat. And I'm hoping that all the friends that I've gathered over the years that for no fault of their own just decided to leave me alone. Good for you. I'm happy you did, because I didn't know what to do either. Now that I do, I welcome you. Ask me any question you want about bipolar. You can call me, text me, messenger me, anything you want. And I can explain it to you what happened years ago that may have lost friends that I may never get back. And I wrote that in a post as well. It's hard. It really is hard to talk about the stigma around it. And I'm hoping one day, like everybody else who's trying to do this, that this stigma will go away. We are human. We are normal people. Well, not really normal, but we're good people. We live a life, but we fight every day. I don't know if I can say any more to this. Message me, call me, whatever you like. I would be more than happy to talk to you about it. Everybody have a great evening, because it is early evening where I am in downtown Ottawa today. Have a pleasant night, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.